Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. And as you may or may not be able to tell, I am back in the US, I'm back in the States, I'm back to where I live in South Florida. And today I have a full day of eating for you again. You guys seem to really enjoy the eating videos, so I'm here to deliver. Now if you are new around here, my name is Anj and I'm an online fitness coach, an NASM certified personal trainer, and a nutrition specialist. My whole goal with this YouTube channel is to make getting fit, getting in shape, as easy and as simple and as effective as I possibly can for as many people as I possibly can. It is currently 7:30 in the morning. It's a Sunday. I'm extremely jet lagged. So I woke up at like 5 in the morning, so I didn't get the best night of sleep. It has been about 2.5 days since I've come back, so still getting used to things and still jet lagged, but I will be moving out of this apartment soon and moving into Miami with one of my closest friends from college. So that should be fun. Big moves, big changes, and a lot more opportunities to grow the brand, grow the network, and help as many people as I possibly can. Again, before we go into the rest of the video, guys, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn that bell notification on. It helps me out a ton. It takes 2 seconds out of your day, guys, and it helps the channel out a ton. And it also makes sure that you don't miss a single video that comes out from me either. Alright, so if this kind of turns into like a day in the life kind of thing, excuse me please, because I like documenting my days and also of course what I eat. And since we just woke up, I already just brushed my teeth. I just finished making my bed. Now first order of business is actually weighing ourselves. So I'm going to take you in and I'm going to show you what my weight is actually. Let's see how much we weigh. 189.6 pounds. So that is a little light for me. I have lost a couple of pounds over the past couple of weeks. So you will be seeing me eat a lot of food today. Yeah, it's time to get big. For me, going under 190 pounds is a little too low. I want to be closer to 200. My eventual goal is 205, being this lean and just putting on some more muscle. So definitely over the next couple of months is to put some size on, put some weight on, get stronger in the gym, and put some muscle on. While we're at it, I thought it might be a decent little time for me to give you guys a little physique update at the current weight I'm sitting at. So again, I just woke up, nothing in my system, no pump, no water even, just straight out of bed, brush my teeth, that's it. All right, so completely flat, 189.6 pounds. All right, so let's get straight into the day. A lot of stuff to do today. Luckily, there are no football games being filmed today, so the break from the Euros, I can focus on work today. It's a Sunday, no distractions. Got all my food prepped as well. Went grocery shopping a couple of days ago, but yeah, so it should be a very busy day. First things first, we're going to start our morning off right. So I'm going to get my 10 minutes of meditation in, have my bottle of water, set my daily reminders for the day, so every single little task I have to do today. Go for our 25-minute walk, come back, take a shower, and crack on with the rest of the day. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we are getting the day started. It is currently 9 a.m. in the morning. So since the last time I spoke to you guys, I finished my 10 minutes of meditation. I went for my 25-minute walk, listening to a podcast, getting my mind right as I always do in the morning. Came back, took a shower, made my cup of coffee right here, and I'm starting to get to work. Now, if you know me at all, or if you've been following me for a while, you would know that I practice something called intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is basically something where I don't eat for the first 4 to 5 hours after waking up. Since I woke up at 6:30 today, I'm gonna be eating my first meal at around 11 o'clock. This is no magic pill to lose fat or stay lean, guys. It is just what works for me. I'm not much of a morning eater at all. I actually hate eating in the morning because it makes me feel sluggish with all that food in my stomach. My brain feels a little foggy. I'm not as productive as I want to be at work. And I actually just like feeling empty stomach for some time after waking up. More importantly, I'm just a big evening eater. So I like having massive meals in the evening, which will allow me to actually sleep better. Because as you all know, like I'm sure you guys have experienced it, like when you have a big meal, you just have that little craving to take a nap after. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine if you have your biggest meals at night before you're supposed to go to bed. It just puts you to sleep right after. So those are some of the reasons why I don't eat in the morning. I know there are a lot of like breakfast advocates out there. Listen, do what works for you. There's no magic pill. This is what works for me. Do what works for you. If you're a breakfast person, if you like eating in the morning, go for it. But like I said, I also love my caffeine. I also love my coffee. This is a pretty big cup over here. Probably has like 2 to 3 cups of coffee right here, which I like sipping on over the course of like an hour or so while I work. Keeps me focused, keeps me productive. So anyways, I'm gonna get some work done right now. We have a lot of work, like I said earlier. I'm gonna start off with client programming and get in touch with some of my clients, schedule my check-ins with them today. I'll get on the phone with them later today. Then after that, I have to start editing this video that you're seeing right now and film some more content for Instagram, edit that. And I'm gonna see you guys very soon for my first meal of the day. And then I'll talk to you guys a little bit more after that meal about calorie counting and how I go about it. Alrighty guys, it is about 11:30 right now. I just got caught up with a lot of work, so I've just been fucking grinding it out for the past 2.5 hours. But it is time for our first meal. I am starting to feel a little hungry. And as you saw in the previous clip, there's a bunch of stuff that we have over here. So this actually tends to be my smallest meal of the day. Because like I said earlier, I don't like eating too much at the start of the day or as my first meal. I just feel a little groggy and I just like to save most of my calories for later in the day. We have a cup of whole milk Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of honey, and 2 bananas in this bowl. I have a little bit over a cup of milk, whole milk, again over here. I have 1 Rice Krispie treat, and I have a packet of salted peanuts. Now, there is some good stuff in here. There's some not so good stuff in here. In total, I'm gonna put the macros and calories of this meal up right here. Look, I know that this might not on paper be the healthiest meal in the world, but I'm more than okay with that. A couple of different reasons why. Firstly, sustainability and enjoyment is everything. If I don't enjoy the food I'm eating, then I'm never gonna stick to it. I'm sort of a different case where I literally don't even get cravings, and I'm so used to eating this way to the point where I could do this 24/7, 365 days of the year. Number 2 is I have plenty of calories to eat in a day. I would much rather have the necessary amount of calories and fit in a little bit of like junk food here and there than severely undereat just because I'm a health freak and I don't eat anything bad. I follow the 80-20 rule, 80% coming from clean whole foods, 20% coming from more processed stuff. It's so much more easy to stick to and allows me to fit in more calories in the day. For me, it is actually not protein that's hardest to get. It's actually the carbs. My proteins and fats are usually the easier part to get. For me, it's the carbs that are harder to get, which is, I know, not the case for most people, but I happen to be the odd man out. But yeah, this is my first meal. I'm also gonna have 3 capsules of my supplement. It's from this guy called Kino Body. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of him. He's very famous, and it's his Mojo product. Basically a testosterone support supplement that has a bunch of good stuff in it. It has magnesium, it has zinc, it has root extract, it has Tongat Ali and boron. All very good stuff for boosting testosterone, promoting hormone health, sleep. Anyways, I'm gonna munch this down. I'm gonna get some more work done while I'm eating this. And I'm actually gonna talk to you guys a little bit more about calculating your calories and how I go about it, the apps I use, etc., in the next clip. All right, guys, so I've come out for some sun away from my work desk to film this little portion of the video for you. And like I mentioned in the previous part, I want to talk to you guys about counting your calories, how I go about it, and what apps and stuff I use. So to start off, do you really need to count your calories? Realistically, no, not at all. Because at the end of the day, it'll come down to your goals and the results you're seeing. So for example, if you've never counted a calorie in your life, but you're still seeing the results you want to see, then by all means, you're perfectly fine, keep doing what you're doing. However, if something that you're doing is clearly not working, and you're not seeing the results you want at all or at the speed at which you want to see them, then calorie calculating can be incredibly beneficial and probably a game changer for you. Also, if you're somebody who wants to be that cream of the crop, like an elite level athlete or a bodybuilder, then little nuances like calculating the right amount of calories for yourself is going to make the big difference. So do I track my calories? Not every day. I will only track my calories if I'm switching up my goal at the time. So as you saw, I got a pretty low weigh-in and my goal is to gain weight. Before, it was just to maintain my weight at around 191, 192 pounds. But now I want to start getting heavy, I want to get stronger, and I'll put some size on. So now that I've just started my new goal, I want to track my calories for the next week or two to see how much I eat, my food patterns, what foods work best, and what foods I can realistically stick to for a longer period of time. Otherwise, after those 1 or 2 weeks, once I get into the gist of things, because I'm somebody who likes eating the same thing every day, then I don't necessarily need to track my calories. So I personally use an app called Macro Factor. I used to use MyFitnessPal, but I recently came across this new app on the App Store. It kind of looks like this, and it has so many cooler functions and features than MyFitnessPal. Some of the biggest influencers and people in the industry use it, and so far over the past 3 days since I've come back over here, it's been amazing. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just want to show you guys what I use. I think it's like $4 or $5 a month. It's well worth the investment. For my Indian viewers out there, I'm not sure if it's on the Indian App Store, but it certainly is in the US. I'm pretty sure it is in India too, but take a look at it. It is really cheap and it is well worth the investment. So if you're looking for a good app to track your calories, this one is it. As for how many calories I am having at the moment, in order to maintain my weight, I need to have about 3,300. So I'm trying to aim for about 3,500. It is a lot of food, and sometimes I do get sick of food, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I tend to have a very fast metabolism. Combine that with my goal to increase my weight and my strength and my size, I need to eat even more. And I'm sure you guys will see all the screenshots of my meals and how my macro split is. But if you want to determine your calories for yourself, I'm going to link a calorie calculator down below. And if you're incredibly unsure or you're just really new to working out and eating healthy, and you have absolutely no clue what to eat, how much to eat, and all the little nuances, or even if you just want that little edge and you've been doing this for a while or you haven't been seeing the results you want, I'm also going to put a link in the description down below to my free busybody eating guide, where I highlight all the important nuances when it comes to eating and seeing the results you want to see. It is a completely free guide. You guys will benefit a lot from this, I promise. You're going to be plugging all my stuff in. I also have created a new newsletter where I talk a lot about food and the mistakes people make when it comes to food. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to my newsletter as well. Again, all free information, guys, and it's up to you guys to make sure that you take in as much information and actually implement them into your day-to-day life. Anyways, so that's enough for the rant, that's enough for the plugs. I'm gonna go back inside, start editing more, and I'll see you guys in my next meal, which should be around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Meal number 2. Since I last spoke to you guys, I did a bunch of work until like 3 o'clock or so. It started to take a toll on me. Then by 3 o'clock, from 3 to 4, I decided to take a little 1 hour nap. I feel a lot better, I feel a lot more refreshed. I just cooked my second meal, and over here we have 4 eggs cooked in olive oil, a handful of spinach. We have a blueberry bagel with a tablespoon of almond butter. We have 2 clementines or oranges. And we have a bowl of oatmeal. I personally take old-fashioned oats, not quick oats, not the processed ones. Old-fashioned oats, very, very good for you. Half a cup of that with a tablespoon of almond butter and a little bit of milk and a tablespoon of honey. So again, I'm gonna put the macros of this meal up right here on my Macro Factor app. I personally love this one. I've always been eating this for a long time. While I'm gonna eat this, I'm actually gonna watch a little bit of a show that I'm watching and take my mind off work a little bit, relax, and then by around like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm gonna get back to work and go for my little walk outside so that I can get my steps in, and then finish work for the rest of the night, start getting ready for dinner, which is my big feast, which you guys will see. I'll speak to you guys in a little bit. Also guys, I completely forgot to tell you that I'm hosting a fat loss masterclass, and I came up with the absolutely Einstein-like brilliant idea to host a 1 hour long conference call with people who are really struggling to lose fat. So what it basically is, it's essentially like one of your online classes. So remember when we were in college or school, we would go on Zoom and the professor would pull out a PowerPoint presentation and start teaching. Essentially, I don't want to compare myself to a professor. It's going to be like that. So I'm going to create a full PowerPoint presentation. I will highlight a bunch of things ranging from what is fat loss, how to go about it, what's the most effective way to do it, and how to keep the fat off rather than get rid of the fat and then gain it all back like other programs usually don't teach you how to do. I'm going to go over all of that in that Fat Loss Masterclass. If that does interest you, I'm going to leave a link in the description to it down below. It costs $5 to enter. It literally, guys, it is going to be the best $5 you ever spend. Okay? There's so much of information over here. You will literally be walking out of this masterclass knowing exactly what you need to do with a full game plan. You are somebody who is really struggling to lose fat or like lose weight. I would highly suggest you guys to come aboard. $5 again, guys. It is from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So guys, mark the calendar, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And at the end of it, I'm going to be saving 10 to 15 minutes for any type of questions anybody may have. And also whoever attends the webinar, attends the masterclass, will get to hear about the new deal, or like the deal that I am offering you guys in terms of one-on-one coaching that I have available, that me and my team are starting. But again, it's only exclusive for people who are going to be in the masterclass. So guys, make sure you get there, make sure you attend, make sure you grab a pen and paper, bring some notes with you, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. I have so much a plan for you guys. Enough with me pitching my services. I'm going to enjoy this food. I'm going to watch my show, and I'll touch base with you either when I'm walking outside or for dinner. Alright people, it has been a couple of hours since I last spoke to you. Since then, I have got even more work done. I did more editing on my laptop. I went for my 40-minute walk this time. I did a lot of steps today. And now I just cooked dinner. So this is easily my favorite meal of the day. It is my biggest meal of the day. Tons of protein, tons of carbs, tons of goodness over here. So we have a cup and a half of penne pasta. I've put an ounce of Parmesan cheese in there. So an ounce is about 28 grams. I have a handful of baby carrots. I have 7 ounces of 93.7 lean ground beef. 7 ounces comes up to 200 grams. And we also have 5 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken breast, which is 140 grams. So in total, the macros of this meal will be up right here. Like I said, it's my biggest meal, super high in protein. And I'm having 2 meats in 1 meal. I need to get my protein in. I usually don't do this, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and this is how I'm gonna grow. This is how I'm gonna get bigger. This is how I'm gonna get stronger. But yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this meal. It has been about 4 hours since I last ate. I've done a ton of work since then as well, so I'm starting to feel a little hungry. I'm gonna demolish this meal. I'm done with work for the day. So I'm gonna watch that show that I was watching earlier, and I will catch up with you guys before going to bed. And we are officially done for the day. It has been a very long day. I'm kind of beat up right now, but we still got everything we need to get done, even though we didn't need to train today. But today's macros will be on the screen right now. And the key takeaways to today's video is to understand that my goals are very different to most people's. I have a naturally fast metabolism, and I'm trying to gain weight and muscle, which allows me to eat a lot more than most people. And I know a lot of people aren't in the same position as I am. And the second and most important key takeaway is that there is no one size fits all. And since there is no one size fits all, I highly recommend take the help and get on a one-on-one consultation call with me and allow me to do the heavy lifting for you in terms of calculating your calories, what your goals are, how to get there, and take the burden off your shoulders. As always, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to that and to all the other free resources that I've mentioned in this video, including the Fat Loss Masterclass. But I really do hope you guys enjoy the video. I know you guys have been really enjoying the eating videos lately. I'm going to give you guys what you want, but please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Peace.